I wanted to share some of the many things that happened at the retreat. I just got back from Germany last night. No jet lag after a 20-hour trip. Got up at 6:30 this morning, full of energy. We went to the grocery store. I put away all my stuff, cleaned out the refrigerator that had a little bit of a bachelor feel to it, various mold experiments going on in there, melted cucumbers and things. It's not even 11 a.m. yet, and the whole house is shipshape, everything's put away. Oh, it just feels so good. Like I've been saying, the healing I did and tapping into all that high vibration energy just keeps making me more and more vital and healthy. And it felt so good to get to share all that with people in person. Every person left in a high vibration. I think it reminded us all of how important it is. You know that every now and then you need to power down your computer. You just need to turn it off. And we need to do that for ourselves occasionally. And I realized how much I had missed it and how much it tuned me up to a next level, to just ignore everything except raising vibration, letting in pleasure, reveling in pleasure, soaring on good feeling things for 5 days, and no news. Anything that needs our attention will still be there when we get back. But when we get back, we are at such a higher vibration that it seems different to us. I got really clear during this retreat why Divine Openings changes your past. Because when you look back at your past from a higher vibration, it literally is not the same past that you might have experienced at a lower vibration at the time. I've always known Divine Openings changes your past, but now I know why. And that's why. I know my childhood is different now than it was when I lived it the first time at a lower vibration. It's because everything is perception, everything is vibration, and how you're looking at it is reality. And so when you look at it from your large self, from a very high vibration, even those deep, dark contrasts can be appreciated for the desires that they stimulated in you for more. Your large self got out in front of you and created it for you. And when you get out of the way, like when we get out of the way for 5 days, our large self can take us higher. Grace can lift us higher. We're heavier when our vibration is lower. Grace is trying to lift us, but can it lift us when we're heavy? So when I talk about getting out of the way, that's synonymous with being your large self. That's synonymous with being high vibration. That's synonymous with allowing grace to do its 90%. People got out of the way of some big challenges and went away seeing them differently, seeing them from their large self and knowing that their large self already has the path laid out. The solution is already there. Your large self has already created it because you said, help, I need a solution for this. But when we keep stressing about it and thinking about what's wrong, we keep creating more of that low vibration. We don't realize it, but we're creating that problem over and over and over again every day by giving it all our attention. So we go away. We get out of the way. We are led in activities that raise our vibration all day long, that create pleasure. We had everybody oohing and eyeing on the floor at one point with just the simplest of little tiny body movements, tapping into the pleasure of being in a body. Things healed, Oh, we had some amazing healings. 2 women had showed up with real serious symptoms that they believed were a result of their second vaccine. And I just saw right through that immediately. I said, this is fear. Let's do the healing. Let's move this energy. They left feeling better than ever. You know, we got to watch out. There's worse than the pandemic of the virus. There's a pandemic of fear. And it doesn't matter what you're afraid of, the virus, the vaccine, what's the state of the world. It doesn't matter what you're afraid of. That's a low vibration. And not only can that make you sick, honest to God sick. See, I'm not saying it wasn't real, but I'm saying it was healable. I'm saying it didn't have to be. So, fear and other low vibrations are not conducive to health, not to mention happiness. They're not conducive to happiness. They're not conducive to us living in our large self-power. You see, it's just best to never make a decision to do something or to not do something from a low vibration like fear or anger or doubt or worry. Align your vibration first before making any decision to do or not to do. Energy first, action follows aligned energy if you want things to work out well. I made a decision from fear recently, and it did not work out well. So I aligned my energy, redecided, and it's working out very well. See, your large self is never in fear. Never. Your large self is saying, come this way. Here's the solution to this. You don't have to be in fear. Come this way. Come this way. I've already solved it. Come on. Let's go to this next level. Oh my gosh. It was so amazing. And Scott was tapped in from home while I was there, and he told me 2 remarkable things. I had already told you that he had a kind of a spiritual opening when I gave him that healing for long COVID. He had had a breakthrough infection, even though he had been vaccinated. A few people have breakthrough infections, and he had it for 3 days. Then he had long COVID for some weeks. And when I got the guidance that, this is long COVID, he was healed fully before I left for Germany. And he said, something opened up in me. I've had a next level opening. Well, yesterday, he got this inner message. It just said, Charlie Watts of the Rolling Stones is going to pass over. 4 hours later, that night, he saw it on the news. Charlie Watts of the Rolling Stones died, passed over. Now, Scott has always had kind of a psychic connection with the Rolling Stones and some other musical type people. He's always communed with them on the other side in his sleep. It just tells him he's tapping in deeper. He used to spontaneously channel people's past loved ones for them. It's been a while since he did that. Then he was in a restaurant, a place we've been going to for 4 years, and they just don't have it together very well. And he was sitting there thinking, these guys should set the tables before people come in. I mean, it's so standard in a restaurant. Set the table before the guests arrive. 5 minutes later, this young man that we know that works there started setting the tables before the guests arrived. In 4 years, this has never happened. And Scott went, wow, he just caught my thought. And then Scott mentioned it. Scott goes, wow, just 5 minutes ago, I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if you did that? And the young man said, I just had this sudden urge to take initiative. They don't tell us to do anything here. The boss doesn't really manage. He said, I just thought I'm going to take initiative and set those tables. And Scott was laughing. And I said, play around with this some more. Just think about something you'd like to see and watch it happen. We heard so many stories during the retreat where somebody would think something and then there it was. They'd think something and then there it was. It happened to me once. I was thinking something. Somebody walked up 30 seconds later with what I was wanting. Oh, people, the power of getting out of the way completely is invaluable. Spiritual retreat allows us the chance to do that like nothing else that there is. I had missed it so much that I got so excited on the way there. It was just calling. And this group fell in love with the stillness and silence. I think the contrast and the chaos of the past 2 years, contrast helps you. That actually helped them go deeper because they wanted it more. People who had been to 10 or 12 retreats said it was the best one ever. And that's what keeps it fresh and exciting for me, that it does expand. We expand, the retreat expands, the energy expands. So, I would love to see you soon and show you how to experience this deliciousness. It's all pleasure. That's another thing. I find more and more ways to make it pleasure. There is no drudgery. There is no forced anything. There is no hard work. As a matter of fact, the more pleasure we can work into it, the better it works. Be good to yourself. Give yourself this most powerful opportunity to expand, to evolve, to enjoy, to grow, to let grace in. Lola Jones, divineopenings.com and divineopenings.de. Much love and grace.